All right, so we mentioned Farmer a little bit, Taylor. I know he had a good day. There were two plays in a row where he beat Wes Schweitzer pretty good, got into the backfield and disrupted the pocket. And then the very next play, swatted a pass from Joshua Dobbs. I know you said it, and I agree with you that it's not easy to keep a ton of eyes on defense and not much to glean in OTAs because, again, it's a passing camp and there's a lot of whistles and staying on your feet, etc. But what did you make of Farmer's performance, especially after us not seeing him at all the week before because he was out? And the rest of the defense, any sort of takeaways you saw from there? I know there was a little bit some different movement at the cornerback position, but we'll kind of focus on Farmer to start. Where are you on the defense?
Not a ton on Farmer. I mean, I noticed he had he batted a pass on, I think it was his first rep of team drills, and it looked like he got a pressure as well. And showing up as a rookie, and it wasn't his first practice, it was the first practice that we got to see. Right. That was still nice to see because, maybe a Braden Swinson, for instance, he hasn't gotten as many reps as high up on the depth chart as Joshua Farmer. We can't say where, but it was just nice to see him make an impact. On the defensive line, I would say my biggest takeaway really was that Harold Landry may not be the every down presence I thought he was going to be, because his contract would lead you to believe that they don't really want him to leave the field. But it seems like he really could be closer to the Anthony Jennings mold, where he plays a lot on early downs. So when they really want a pass rush, maybe they replace him with, a Keion Chason, maybe down the road of Braden Swinson, somebody like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And the fact that Keon White is not spending any time on the inside. I don't think I've seen him line up on the inside once, which is also kind of nice because now he can focus completely on one thing and improve as an edge player, where I know last year he was focused on that, but it's still hard as a second-year guy who's lining up in different spots. I'll say at linebacker, the spot next to Robert Spillane seems like it's still TBD. We saw Jelani Tavai there one day. And to be fair, Tavai didn't really participate. I don't think he participated in the last practice we saw. So that may be why Christian Ellis was kind of the main guy next to Robert Spillane in that practice. We'll get more context as we go throughout the spring and potentially the summer, but it did seem like that spot at weak side linebacker is still undecided. And then I thought it was interesting, slot defender. Alex Austin is still factoring in there, which I like because I don't love the idea of Marcus Jones being locked into the slot. Now, if you're going up against other smaller receivers, like you're going up against the Dolphins and Malik Washington or something like that, I'm cool with it because I think Marcus Jones can completely eliminate guys who are about his size with his kind of frenetic speed and agility and explosiveness overall. But if he's going up against a slot receiver who's more like a Jacoby Myers, I hate that matchup. He's going to be all over him, but he's not really going to be able to affect the catch point if the quarterback provides a pass that he can't get his hands on. So Alex Austin, being a guy who's 6 feet tall, has a little bit better reach. And now it'll be a second year having some experience in the slot, at least at this phase in the season, off season. I think that's very interesting. And the safety spot still seems like it's a bit up in the air. We saw Jabril Peppers mixing in alongside Jalen Hawkins. But really how those young players enter the mix, Marte Mapu looking like he may be more of a linebacker in this regime, which people have said it, and I've been against it because I cannot stand watching Marte Mapu try to take on blocks and make tackles near the line of scrimmage. If he improves, awesome. I just don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah, so the slot position, safety and linebacker spots where one guy seems locked in and Peppers, and then Spillane other side, probably going to be Duggar at safety, but we still don't obviously 100% know. And Craig Woodson has looked pretty good at safety. He's the kind of guy who always seems like he's in the right place. So those are really, I would say, my takeaways at each level. Safety spots, just how those young guys emerge, the spot next to Robert Spillane, and then the edge spot that's really not Keon White and how really they rotate, because it seems like Keon White's going to have a big role in this defense.
I liked Pepper's comment on Craig Woodson as well, saying he likes him. He's smart, savvy, doing a good job soaking up what the coaches want him to do. I feel like Craig Woodson is sort of coming into his own here really quickly. I feel like he's going to be an interesting part of that safety room.